So, good morning, everyone. We have one new member, Giuseppe, who is
Yes. Yes,
Indifference.
Giuseppe.
Yeah.
Giuseppe.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Oh, is this your name or?
Yeah, yeah, it's my name.
Mm,
It's Italian.
Italian?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Italian. Gi Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. Yes.
Oh, Giuseppe. Oh,
Yeah,
Giuseppe.
perfect.
Good. How did you come to know about this group?
It was my friend Sanya.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, um,
Okay.
it's actually my third, fourth time. I don't remember it very well because
Mm-hmm.
I've been I I've been absent for quite a few months, but
Mm-hmm.
now I'm trying to be more consistent. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was through Sanya.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Haven't seen Sanya for a while now. Uh,
Hmm.
he's always traveling.
Yeah, he is.
He travels a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll wait for a few moments. Who else will join today's this session? Let me check the message.
Jonas
Um,
tried. Ah, Jonas sent me the message. The second I will read. Yui is come. So trying to get connected. Greeting to Pra Ajahn Sujan. So this is Jonas told me. So he
mm,
said, I'm doing meditation from here and with the picture in the forest and
mhm.
trying to get connected and greetings to Pra Ajahn Sujan. So let's
No.
see he can get the connection from the forest or from the
Uh,
tree.
okay, we'll see. All right, I think it's time to start. It's already 4 past now. What happened?
Yes. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you to join us again for the online meditation session. And this month is for September. So we are nearly end. I think we are end of the September weekend. So let's see, Pajan will guide us for the September session. Thank
Mm.
you.
Right, so good morning, everyone. Let me check. Okay, we are good to go. Right, okay, so good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to join this group again on the September now, as Warapon said. So we have been coming and learning and practicing together for some times, and regularly practicing is the key. So before we study, let's practice together. Right? So sitting in a comfortable position. So find your comfortable posture and sit right. So sitting upright position and relaxed but alert. Allow your hands to rest gently and close your eyes if you wish to, or just lower your gaze. And just feel the presenceness here and now. So bring your attention to the breath. So inhaling gently and exhaling slowly. Let the body and the mind rests. Let it settle. So spend some time observing the body and settling both mind and the body down. So as you feel that your mind is settled, now gently reflect inwardly in your mind. And what is the mind holding right now? Are you holding the breath and being aware of the breath coming in and going out? Or perhaps lost into the memory that you had been doing, or perhaps worrying what is going to be, or certain expectations, or perhaps making comparison judgments on a certain issues and certain things that you have been investigating or you have been contemplating on. Now, whatever you are holding on to, so recognizing that, not pushing it away, and not try to go along with it either. So simply notice that the mind is holding on to this thought or this thing right now. So without intentionally pushing it away with a resentment that I don't like it, this is not what I wanted, this is bad, nor without clinging onto the pleasantness of that thinking, of that holding, the mind holding. This is pleasant, wow, beautiful. I wish I had it, or something like that. So without that, just recognizing that my mind is holding on to this object, so this is story. And recognizing that this is something that I am carrying on. This is something that I'm holding on to. Now, bring attention more inwardly. Notice how it feels in your body when you are holding on to this. Is there any tightness in your body? tightness in your brain, tightness in your breath, heaviness in your shoulders, a restless heart. You may notice the breath is heavier, harsher. So whatever you are holding on to with the breath, inhaling and exhaling, releasing yourself. So you may take a long deep breaths, intentionally pushing, inhaling out. So releasing all the tensions, including the mind holding. Just after doing that for 1 or 2 times, be here in the moment. Experiencing this moment. Oftentimes, these incidents of mind holding on certain objects or things can cause further mental destruction, disturbances, and we again becomes too harsh on ourselves. So offer a kindness and compassion to yourself. And with that, whatever burden, whatever heaviness and tension that we are observing, that we are going through, leave it with a kindness. Drop it with a compassion. With the breath coming in and going out, leaving all these burdens, all these tensions, all these, place it down. You may notice your body feels lighter, minds feel brighter. Mind will be opened like a vast sky. We may notice different thoughts and feelings pass by, but we will not be holding on to it. Like the river flow, we are sitting at the bank of the river and watching the river flow. No interaction with it. Whatever flows, let it flow. We have an open mind, spacious and free. Now continue practicing for some times until you hear this sign for coming out from the practice. Now, bring attention to the body, experience the bodily feeling. And to your eyes. Creating intention to open your eyes and come out from the practice. So slowly come out from the meditation. Okay. So this is the short guided meditation. Now, before I go on to the teaching side, anyone has anything to share or ask on anything about your practice or difficulties that you found in your practice? It looks like nothing, no problems. Well, which is good. Okay. So this morning, I thought you may have noticed that how much we attach to things, and that attachment can lead to the distress, anxious, and a problem. And that these are basically due to the holding. Our mind holds. Sometimes we know that this is not good, but we still hold on to it. And sometimes we want to get rid of, but still we hold on to it. It's like when you're traveling, you think that you need this, you need that, and you pack it up, everything. And luggage becomes a heavier and a heavier, and then you go to the airport, and then the airport assistant will say your bag is luggage is heavy, you have to pay. And then, oh my goodness, no. Or after knowing that you have a limited kilos that you can take, let's say 23 kilos now, standard now, whereas in the past, luxury was you can take as much as you want. So people were encouraged to use the flights. Now it's from a 30 kilos now 23 kilos per person. After knowing this, you will be checking whether is it 23 kilos. So you will be taking out as much as possible to keep the level 23 kilos. And once you have set it up as a 23 kilos, and then you feel comfortable, and you go to the airport and no problem. You just go on. And then oftentimes what happens is that when you go away with this 23 kilos, spend some times, and then you realize there are a few things that you never touched it. You're simply holding onto it, but thinking that you need it. This is normally the case, and in the past, I also used to go with a luggage full of stuff and going around. Then later on, as I traveled, and I realized that there are so many things that I do not use. So I reduced and reduced and reduced. And it comes to the stage now. Suppose if I'm traveling for 1 week, I will be taking only one set of a robe and then only two sets of skirts, and then a computer and important documents. That's it. And no troubles at all. And even sometimes I realize, like a recent travel to this September, I was in America for 5 days. And I thought that on the way back, I will change the robe and the cloth. But it happened that I didn't. So I didn't change it at all. So the robe that I wore when I was in Scotland, I came back with the same robe after 4 days, 5 days. I don't know how much stinky I was. Flight, someone was sitting next to me, but I feel I was okay. Like that. So in our life too, and if you check even now, if you check yourself, what is that bothering you? Yeah? And that bothering sometimes is useless. No? It's nothing to be worried about. And it's just matter of knowing that. And when we recognize that this is bothering me, yeah, then it's easy to let go. And oftentimes we know that this is bothering me, but I can't let it go. And that is a troublemaker. Yeah? So that's why I normally used to say that things that I don't want, I have, but I don't want. I don't want to keep it, but I don't know how to let it go. Right? So things that I have, I don't want it. It is causing me problem, and still I can't let go. Do you know what is that? So you have, you don't want it. It's causing a trouble, and you still don't know how to let go. Is there anything? So this is the case, yeah? Suppose someone has said something to you and you take it verbally and you feel upset, right? And that upset, you have it, you don't want it, it's causing a trouble, but you still can't let go. You will be spending time thinking, why? And it ruins your day. Not only your day, you will be passing that and this emotionally disturbed the mentality, sharing with other members as well, other people as well. And this is normal case, which is always happening. This is always there, that everybody is troubled by it. Even sometimes when we do not want it, but somehow we pay attention to it and we took it into our consciousness, then suddenly we designed in our own consciousness that must be this or that, and that goes on in our in our mind, ruminating. And if that's anger, it's like it's like a coal. Coal that burning inside us, inside in our heart, slowly burning, and yet to finish it. So this coal burns very slowly, but it's still there, causing us a trouble. So these emotions is like anger that's there, making us to be disturbed. Now, what we are practicing here and what we have to develop in our practice is make it as a raft. Take it as a raft or a sky. That Suppose we are traveling from one bank of the river to another bank of the river. We normally take a raft or a boat. And then when we take a boat from one bank of the river, and once we reach another bank of the river, then we simply leave that boat. So we do not think about the boat, but now we are thinking of the further ahead. So the practice of a mindfulness meditation is to recognize that whatever emotions, whatever feelings that we are hanging on to and that causing us a trouble, and these troubles, I don't want it to be with me, recognizing that. When we recognize that these are the troubles, then we will be able to let it be. There, okay, done. Which is another modern simile, is the sky. After our mind been cleared and we become mindful and we are very conscious, alert of a situation that's happening, it's like a mind is opened wide and then allowing everything to pass by. At that time, it's like a sky. So our mind is like a sky, and whatever clouds come and just pass. Yeah, let it pass. We don't have any grasp on it. We just recognize and let it go. So that's the practice we are developing. So that's why when we are learning this meditation, the more we learn about it, and then the more we become skilled in it, gradually we see that these are the things actually we hang on most, and these are the things actually causing me trouble. Recognizing that, let it go. But this letting go is not easy things to go. Well, we have to train, we have to learn. And the more we train ourselves, the more we try to recognize that again and again, then eventually, automatically, it simply begins to unfold, and then we're able to let go of that. We will be able to let go of that. Otherwise, it's like just carrying this luggage full of not usable stuff, and then we're traveling. And then holding on to that, this is my luggage and this is mine. And the very moment when we're able to put that down, then there will be no trouble. Now, obviously, Buddha was talking about not just the external objects that we hold on to, external emotions that we take on, and then mentally so in hanging on to it, but it's coming into our own physical body itself, our own mind itself, that we are holding on to it. This is the burden that he was talking. So this burden is our own physical body that we have to take. This body to yeah. When we hungry, we have to feed it. When we feel tired, we have to move our legs and hands and butts. And when we feel toilet, take it to the toilet. So that's. And in terms of the feeling again, and if we don't, we always want to have a pleasant feeling, comfortable feelings, but it is not the case. So whenever there is a negative or unwanted feelings arises or appears, so we try to fight with it. So this is another burden. And we have our own perception that this is what I think is the right, and this is what it should be, but it doesn't happen like this. It is not the case. And then again, this is another burden. And then we always want to do something good for us, and we want to speak something nice, and then this also is not the case. It won't happen always like that, and that's also another burden. And then mind also, we always want our mind to be calm, peaceful, not disturbed, and then it's just another level of the mind that we want it to be. But it is not the case, because we come to contact with this and that's another burden. So we take on those things in us. So having taken that, then becomes more and more. And then when we look at these things, becomes a burden the moment when we desire further onto it. When it comes to contact with us and we see it, it's like a fly. We are just sitting there and then seeing this cloud. And I think the simile that I normally use is much easier for me to explain. Sitting at the bank of the river and watching the river flow, whatever comes, seeing it, okay, go. Not going and grasping it that, oh, this is nice and I want it. So taking away that craving. Taking away that craving to be, the craving not to be, don't want it to be. That's why the Buddha said that the main root cause of all this conflict or all these problems that we are having is because our mind is hanging on to something that is the cause, the desire, wanted to have, don't wanted it to be. So that's called the cause of a suffering. Now, the practice, what we are doing is the recognizing of that and let it free from it. Let it free from that. So as a householder, that's why the first thing we have to learn is to share, to give. That's why in the Buddhist concept, Buddhists are encouraged to give, sharing material things. And these sharing material things, little by little, we are changing our habit patterns, our feelings, emotions, and our mental states. So we're changing little by little, knowing that these are the things I normally hang on to. Now I have recognized it. This is the cause. Now I will slowly let it go. Like that. So it gradually happens. The more we're able to let go of that, then the better it becomes. Better it becomes. It's like something that we hold on to tightly, thinking that this must be like this. And then it doesn't. We hold on to it. The mind simply becomes more disturbed, and then cause more troubled. And this is normally happens because we have certain desires that I want it to be like this. I don't want it to be in that way. So there's this desire constantly taking place. Now, when we recognize that, then we recognize these things as just a passerby. That we have seen it and we have used it, but not attached to it at all. So we are not holding it too tightly, and then we are not ignoring them either. So it's good things to have, but not good thing to hold on to it. Suppose like anger. Sometimes anger is good. Right? And this anger is basically the expression of our emotions and our feelings. But not holding on to anger is a greater. Not holding on to anger is the greater. It is the unnecessary burden that we take on and are causing a trouble to ourselves. Whereas now practice of a mindfulness is that, this anger has arisen. Now it is good for me, so I can be more productive and doing things, this and that, but I'm not holding on to this anger. And that's how we become creative. And in the meantime, we are letting go of this unnecessary burdens that may create by it. So that's why the practice of a mindfulness meditation is simply to recognize these, where the mind holds on to, and then how these holdings are creating a trouble to me, and then how am I going to deal with that. So this is the technique, how we let go, right? So that's the first practice of a mindfulness meditation is to recognize that I am having this. I am going through this. I am experiencing this. Now, how can I be free from it? So let him free from it is to not holding on to it. And how so then we realize that these are the unnecessary things that causing me a trouble, and let go. Right? And this is what we got to do. It's like we are holding, there's another simile, if I remember correctly. It's like someone who's having a big stone on their shoulder, carrying everywhere, and thinking that, oh, it's so heavy, but do not want to put it down. Yeah. And the practice of a mindfulness meditation is basically recognizing that, oh, this is the one that is a burden. This is the one that is causing me a trouble. Now I need to put it down. So just put it down. And then you're free. Now there is another famous master, Ajahn Chah. He used a simile when he was asked about it, and he gave a glass of half full glass of water, so glass, and he asked this person to hold it. Yeah? And then oh, this is very light, no problem, I can hold it, but keep it holding. So the longer you hold, the heavier it becomes. The longer you hold, the heavier it becomes, and the trouble makes. Similarly, even though we think that it's a small thing, but the longer we hold into it, the greater trouble it creates. So that's why it doesn't matter what object we are holding. It's a matter of how long you're holding and then how it is causing a trouble. Sometimes I remember was this actually this lady just died yesterday, day before yesterday. She's 96 now. She traveled during just after the World War II from Thailand to Birmingham, and I believe she probably was the first Asian from Thailand to stay in Birmingham. But because of her love to the soldier, she came, and it took her 2 weeks to travel to Birmingham that time, and came to stay there. And then after he died, she was so attached to one of the special, this overcoat that he normally, probably I didn't see him, but he normally used it. So she was very attached to that cloth, the overcoat. She has to touch it every single day. And she doesn't want anybody to touch it. So it could have been many years, but the attachment that she has it, so always there. And now whenever she travels to other places, she's taking that overcoat with her as well. She feels comfortable. Even when she used to come to stay in the temple, she brings that with her. It's like a little baby having, little children having like a little toys, or specifically like some blankets or handkerchiefs. They feel very comfortable, and it doesn't matter how many days it hasn't been washed or months. They just want to cuddle it and put it down and feel safe, like that. So that's the attachment. It does give a comfort, But over the period of a time, if we look at it carefully, then it is another trouble too. So the practice of our mindfulness meditation is simply to recognize that, this is what I am experiencing. Now this is what it is. Now it is the main cause that is causing unnecessary burden. Now I have to let go, and then slowly letting go. And this letting go brings the freedom. Right? Right. I think I stop here, right, with this reflection. So before we practice another meditation, anybody wants to share or ask any questions? Anything you want to share on this theme?
Let me
Yes.
okay, Phi Uy, start.
Go ahead.
Maybe
You
you
go.
first.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Yeah, I just want to say that I like your explanation of the luggage.
Hmm.
I think we can relate to that. Like in reality, like we normally pack so much. We say, oh, we need this, we need this, and we need that. Half of the time, we not even need half of it.
Mhm.
But at the time we pack was like, this is like we need this. We need to get this. We need to have this. Otherwise, the holiday will be ruined. But
Mhm.
most of the time, you come back with like half unused. It just how to decide the moment we packed, how to get ourselves there was like, okay, we don't need this. How to let go of that, like, oh no, if we don't have this, thing will be more difficult. It just that moment was like, once you arrive there, I was like, why did I take this? I don't need this. Why did I carry this half the world to like, oh, actually can find it. Like to go from Switzerland to Thailand, you arrive there. I was like, why did I carry all this? You find it cheaper and better here.
Yeah.
But the moment we pack, we're like, oh no, we need this and we need that. So how to get our mind to like, okay, calm down. We can find it. It's not going to be the end of the world if we don't have this. Even we need it, but we can find it somewhere.
Mm.
How to get our mindset there.
I think that is comes with the experience and skill. Like when I started going up to the hills and staying on the hills for a few days, early days, I didn't know how it would be and how should I be prepared. So I would prepare everything thinking the worst scenario. If this happens and I have this and that. But after going for a couple of times, then I realized that even in a worse scenario, there are other options that I can use it. So why should I travel heavy? Why should I travel with so much stuff in my bag? So with that, checking how am I using it? What is my purpose? When with that, the experience and the skills of observing, and then we can let go of certain things that doesn't, many things, not certain things actually, many things that we normally take with us. We will be able to leave it behind, not worrying and having this open mind that learning to test or learn new things in the worst scenario that may happens and appears in that cases. So this is again in terms of the travel stories. So I think it's based on your instinct and your judgment that comes with the skills and experience. Mhm.
Thank you. I think it also apply to traveling and things in life as well. Yeah.
Yeah, in life, in particular, in life, like if we know that, then we can use in our life a lot. We're not attached to it. Like when I will tell you a story. And when I went to Thailand for the first time, I went with a small bag, right? And then over time, in my room in Thailand, in Bangkok, collected so many things. And it becomes like obsession that I like this, I like that, I need this, I need that. And then I realized that there are so many things that I haven't opened even in a month time. And then I gradually give it away. Yeah, give it away. And gradually I managed to let go of that old unnecessary things, which I thought that I will need them. So then what happens later on, gradually I let go of these little things away. Uh, and then, but I had collected so many books, probably a couple of hundreds of books in my room. Now, when I came to UK, I was worried about those books. What should I do now? And these are the precious books I have collected and I have read them and I want to keep them, but I can't take it with me. So I know, every year when I went back, I was checking all those books. And then after year two, I was told to give away a room for other monks. Then first thought came into my mind was, oh my goodness, what I'm going to do with my all those books now? What they will do with this now? So I was a bit panicked and worried, and then I felt like I have spent so much money on that, and I have collected these precious books, like, but I can't do anything, right? I can't take it with me. All what I can do, okay. So I just hand over the key, and I with in a hard, with a hard rock in my head, in my heart, I just let it go. And with that, again, did I stop in there? No. After I came to UK, after I lived in UK for some times, again, I collected many other books, more books. And then from one city to another city, when I have to move, I could not take those books again. So from that lesson I learned in Thailand, I left it there. And from now on, whenever I am leaving one temple of one city to another city, then what my understanding is, you just give it to them. You just leave it in that temple. You will have other books, you will coming wherever you go. So you will be creating that anyway, because I have this desire or obsession of having a books, right? Now, should I have learned and understand, then I will not be holding on to those books, even in Thailand, right? So now I have books, but I do not cling on to it. And then I just use it and then move on. And then now, particularly this year, I've been contemplating. I have so many books in my room, I hardly use them. It's just cluttered. But I don't want to let it go. Somehow, again, now and then, I just flip it and then spend a few hours and studying and reading it, and then I just move on like that. Right? So that's why, even in our life, oftentimes we hang on to it so hard that this is so precious. But if we learn to let go slowly, then eventually we realize that I let go of this, I'm going to another one eventually. So that's why, with that, what I have understood, the longer you hold something in your hand, you cannot replace a new thing. So you are still on to the old memories or old thought or old perception that you are having. So you cannot develop your new skills. The moment when you let go, you have experienced this old one, but in the same time, you have opened your palms to get the new one. So it's like you have opened your heart to learn new things. Once you have learned, let go. Learn, let go. So with that, we become much lighter and I'm much happier. This is what I have experienced.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was the key word. Holding on, attachment,
Mm.
belonging. It's mine. This is ours. And like you're holding on to it, you know that you let go and you can find something. But what if the new thing is not better? You have that thought ongoing. But this is about objects. But how is it about a person? But that you hold on, you attach to it, like whereupon will get this, like you are the daughter, you thought of your parents, you are the mother, you think of your children all the time. The worrying, how are they doing? This is like big boulder that we can't put down. Yeah, something on that. Trying to like, okay, they're doing fine. I can't be there, but they're still doing fine. But yeah, it's still there. This is something I can't let go completely, for sure.
That's the mother nature. It's not easy. That's a mother nature to the children. They would rather die to save the children. So it's not just the mother, even a father too. So parents' nature of being protective to the children. That's not easy. That's why when we study the life of the Buddha, when he gave up his wife, his children, then there's a question of a morality comes, and that's a question of a morality is there because we are looking from what we think is the right thing and being responsible for someone that you have created. But from the spiritual perspective, he was giving up or letting go of that the attachment that normally hangs on, and that attachment normally continues to the continued rebirths. So we are seeing it from this bank of the river, not from the another bank of the river, like that. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I leave the floor to the others. I have so many questions today. Thank you.
Okay, what upon?
I will try to make it short. I just want to compliment that Pi mentioned about, and also from Pa Ajahn that mentioned in the beginning with about the baggage. Exactly, this month is so heavy for me. It's quite tough, but Pa Ajahn explained very true, and that is correct. And I just want to stay here because the practice of the meditation is really helped me and is the key. And it's not solve everything perfectly. And I just realized today during the Ajahn start in the beginning to do the practice the meditation, just sit down again, and it's just 5 minutes. I just realized that that is the life. You cannot make things perfect. During the meditation, that a lot of sound around me, very loud, I would say, and I see my mind that's starting to, I want the peaceful, just give me one moment. But the end, I just realize to see when I see that the mind want that, I see, ah la la, that is the the desire that Pajan just explained. Because when you sit down, when you have a deep breath, go back to the present moment, everything is pop up. You will see your mind, thought, feeling, everything is come up, and you will see, including the desire. That Pajan also explained, I like this word very much, obsession, which is the one that is drag us to the suffering and create the emotion that I want to be in this peaceful, or I don't want to be in that peaceful. And this is the cause of the suffering. I would say either we find that problem, we cannot get rid of that very quickly because we hold on it, like Pajan explained. And this happened with me the whole month. I would say in September, I realized that I hold something. Why I didn't feel okay? because it's impact to my body. And that is the moment that Ajahn just explained in the beginning that we hold on something. And I know I hold on this situation and I try to get rid. And because of we want to get rid, and that is make me a problem. And the end, we just sit down, deep breathe, go back to the present moment. Okay, I'm fine. That I see this is the one made me, and we try to escape because we want to have, we attach to one moment from that part, which is maybe good or not good, that is always play a role and make us to go to that trap. And once we be in the river, like Pa Ajahn explained, just take a moment, deep breathe for 5 minutes, and you look it back, you will see that what you hold it on. And then we try to remove like an onion, piece by piece. It's not perfectly like you will be a peaceful or, get rid of the problem, but you're still in that problem, but you will have more mindfulness to understand why you are that and why you can get rid of that trouble. And again, with the situation of the parent or especially mother, again, I just want to say here, because experience help you really. We do the meditation, this one, because we get some knowledge. And that knowledge is we call experience. We learn from that, recognize that it will not be end of the world. It happened to me when I start to come back to work and have to be away from my daughter for 1 hour from work. I think a lot, this will not be okay. And that in the end, I realize again during in the train that I go away, I cannot go back home. The end is let it be, everything okay, under control or not, there will be okay. You just think about like that every day, and you see the result. Oh, that is fine. And then you correct, fine, why I'm worried about. So I start to get rid of that. I learn from that, I would say. I learn from that day by day, and become, I'm fine with my daughter. It's okay. It's just like that. So I just want to say here, the way that Pa Ajahn explained the whole thing is really true, but it just we have to practice and keep in your mind that you have to be conscious on everything and feeling in yourself. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Anyone else wants to say something or a question? If not, then let's practice. Giuseppe, you want to say something?
Yes, I was thinking about letting go, and what if someone's pattern or someone's approach is just wanted to be at peace, so holding on to that peace and to that desire and ignoring the other problems and not taking action. How do you get this feeling, okay, now I should be taking action, and this other time maybe it's better to let go?
So that's a bit hard one.
Yeah.
So when we are, so your question is, if I understand correctly, you want to have a peace and not reacting to, and then also when you are reacting as causing troubles to others, right? Is that like that, or?
Yeah, kind of. Or just if there's a situation or a problem, I feel I should do something about it, but I keep procrastinating and being in my comfort zone. So sometimes I feel it's hard to distinguish when I just have to let it go because the situation cannot change, and when I should be taking action. So,
So that's actually you are in a good position, in my understanding, because you are not simply reacting and also not despondent. So you are investigating and checking, and this is what actually the art that we are learning in the practice of a meditation. It is not that sometimes you see it and you straight away you react without understanding the story fully. When you are reacting without understanding, that can lead to more trouble than the solution. So the practice of a mindfulness basically teaches us, before reacting, investigating properly. And after investigation, sometimes you realize that me being quiet is much better than trying to solve. Then in those cases, it's better to be quiet than intervene. It's like another simile that I remember is that if a cow is about to fall from the cliff, you cannot help. So we have to let it fall down from the cliff. And similarly, this morning's breakfast, we monks were talking about certain things. And one monk, he expressed that when he was a young boy, he was looking after cows. And then one day, this cow fall into this the trench, and it would be very difficult to bring it up and costly. And in the meantime, even though you bring it up to the field, you have to spend a lot of money to treat it. So it's not worth. So in that case, what his family did was kill this cow and share meat in a village. That was more sensible. So in this similar way, whenever we come across with the certain situations, rather than reacting straight away, we have to check all around what's going on, why it is taking place, what's happening. After in thorough investigations, then certain cases it's better not to react. And in terms of the letting go, in a in a deeper level, letting go happens because we have seen the reality itself, and then that letting go simply takes place, not because I want to let go. It simply happened because I have seen it, the ins and out of it, the reality of it. So that's letting go happens. And then whenever the results, whatever results, could be sometimes devastating and causing trouble to some communities. In that case, again, your mind is not disturbed because you have seen ins and outs, like a cow falling down from the cliff. You know it's a death, but you can't do it. You can't do anything. So in having that understanding, so you will be letting go of that anything to do with it. So it's not a procrastinating, but in case procrastinating is something that you can do, but you are thinking that I should not do. And that doing, you think you know that after doing that it helps, but you are not doing it, you're avoiding it, then and then making a stories of, oh, I shouldn't. So these are the different things I would say. But the practice of a mindfulness meditation is that every action, when we are doing it, before doing it, investigating thoroughly that whether am I in a position to do it, and then help it, and then after helping it, the result is beneficial, and then having seen that, though we can intervene like that. But again, intervene again, it should be coming out from a clear mind, clear understanding, and not because of I want it, I think this is wrong. So we are again become a victim of our own perceptions and of our own understanding without knowing the reality or the true story of it. Yeah, it's just my feeling, my understanding, and I think that's why it must be like this. So if you are acting on the basis of these perception and understanding, then although you may let go, but your anger, your desire will not be fulfilled. So you still will be disturbed. So that's why the practice of a mindfulness meditation is to go into the deeper of it and then knowing the reality of it, from the from the micro level, and then able to let go. So the let go obviously will come automatically without pushing it to be. Right?
Thank you.
Right. So in that case, now let's practice another meditation, followed by the loving kindness meditation. Right? Okay. Now sitting in a comfortable position. Relax yourself and gently close your eyes. And spend some time on the breath. And spend some time reflecting on tonight's reflection, the theme. What burdens did you notice? What is the story that your mind was hanging on to, obsessed about? And if you have, put them down. How did it feel? May not be completely put them down, but at least the thought of a putting down. How did it feel? Here again, I'm not encouraging you to let them down or put them down completely straight away and pushing hard on yourself to put it down. Just recognizing them, or in a way, gently listening them. This is taking place. This is what I am having. But no judgment. Good, bad, right, wrong. No judgments. Just it is. Just try to recognize that having this burden or a mind obsessed about it, what sort of a problem that is causing to my body, this physical body, my feeling, and how it has transformed emotions. To spend some time investigating it in this way. meantime, making some resolutions, imagining that a luggage full of stress, worries, and necklaces and stories that causing a trouble, to let go daily, one at a time. Each step that we take, each breath that we breathe in, leaving these burdens one after another. You may make a resolution to free your physical body from any hardship and put them down mindfully, mental crutches and worries. You may use a simile of a different stones for each burdens. And put those stones one after another down. Now and then, just bring your mind inwardly and checking where this mind is holding. Where does this mind holding? What is the effect? And rather than hard on yourself, hard onto the mind, hard onto the stories, particularly the holding mind, easing them by sharing the kindness and compassion to it. Now we'll practice loving kindness meditation. So relax yourself again. Bring your attention to the body sensation. You may change your posture a little bit just to ease yourself. Keep your eyes shut and bring your attention to observe the bodily sensations. And bring that attention to your hands. Feel the sensations in your hands. Whatever sensations are there, just mindfully paying attention to it. And bring that attention to your heart area. Feel the heartbeat. And as you feel the heartbeat generating loving kindness and compassion to yourself, if you can't feel the heartbeat, physically smiling will connect you. So physically smiling and feel the connection with your heart. And as you feel the connection with your heart, generating loving kindness and compassion to yourself, allowing yourself to be happy, at peace, and free from suffering. Mentally, you may recite, "May I be happy." Experience of a happiness. May I be free from suffering. May I be free from hatred. May I be free from suffering. Hurtfulness, hatred, resentment, animosities. May I be liberated, liberated. Similarly, sharing loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings, starting from the dear one, or any particular person that you think they need the most at this time. Just sharing this loving thoughts to them. As you bring that person into your thought, sharing loving kindness and compassion to that person, may you be well, may you be happy, may you be at peace, may you be free from suffering, may you be liberated, liberated. Now, whatever beings there are, may they be well, may they be happy, may they be free from suffering. Visible and invisible beings in the room, in the city, in the universe, sharing this loving thought. May they be well, may they be happy, may they be free from suffering, may they be liberated, liberated. And gently bring your attention back to your hands. Feel the sensations in your hand. And to your body and to your eyes. Observing any sensations around in your eyes, any tensions, and intentionally creating intention to open your eyes and come out from the practice. So slowly and come out from the practice. Okay, so thank you everyone for this session. I have to leave a little early today. So wish you all the best. Continue practicing, and we'll catch up with you again next session.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Also, have a good weekend. It's a very good session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye bye. Okay.